What up, kinfolk? Happy February. Can't believe it's February already. We're 1 month into the new year. So much has happened over the past month. And it just kind of went by so quick. So I'm back with another trailer preview. One game that I learned about last year that I probably should have took a look at is a wrestling game by Virtual Basement. They're the company behind the classic warfare shooter Mean Greens, which is on Steam and Xbox One. It's really they're coming out with a new wrestling game, and rather than partnering with a promotion or a company like WWE or AEW or Impact, they're centering this around several different indie wrestlers. So a few months ago, they finally revealed the name to this upcoming game, so let's check it out. They put a little trailer on this on their YouTube page.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, this shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?
That's a new game that's coming out, the Wrestling Code. I know that trailer's gonna get my shit copyright claim. Joke's on YouTube because I can't monetize my videos, so I don't have a subscriber base yet anyway, but that's beside the point. Anyway, that's called the Wrestling Code. So let's take a look over to their website. Also, as you saw from the trailer, like there's a lot of those people who are currently or at one time signed to Impact Wrestling, as well as a lot of indie stars. Also, you saw a lot of Rush on there, who was recently released from WWE. Guys like EC3, Eli Drake. So yeah, you gotta hunt around for info on the game. Here's Virtual Basement. Here's their webpage. So here's Mean Greens Classic Warfare, another game they did. They also did some work with Ark Survival Evolved. So they got a pretty good, diverse set of making games. It looks like. I know Ark is Studio Wildcard's thing, but they did contribute to it. There's Citadel Forged with Fire. Just gotta go to the Steam store to take a look at it. This is like a sandbox RPG. But anyway, back to the Wrestling Code. So if you take a look at again, not a whole lot known about the game itself. If you look on their social media, here's pictures of all the people who signed contracts to appear in the game. Here's, of course, Leo Rush. There's Velvet Sky. I don't keep up with indie wrestling as much as I should, so I really don't know a lot of these guys. But it looks like I know one of the things is that they're going for a pretty big roster. And of course, there's Brian Cage. I believe he's currently on I know he's currently on the AEW roster. And there is I think that's Elijah Burke. So yeah, so let's see if we can find some more stuff about this. Alright, so let's see. Of course, we also got Rob Van Dam, as you saw in the trailer. So here's their Reddit page. Francine's going to be in the game. I think she retired from wrestling like after ECW went out of business, but I'm not 100% sure, so just incredible. So like so I guess there's a lot of so you got a pretty good representation. There's Lance Storm and Sandman, so like a lot of old school. So there's a lot of old school cats, especially like ECW, if that's your thing. So they're talking about features that they want in the game. Again, like it's real difficult to like hunt down info on the game because of course if you notice like they don't even have any gameplay up, so that's my thing. So this is the SmackDown Hotel, which is pretty good. They're saying that's inspired by SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, and I'll link to this in the comments. So over 70 indie wrestlers and former WWE stars. You saw guys like Crime Time, and here's a list of match types and DLCs. So there's more information about the game on this page than in all their social media and web pages. So there's Gauntlet Match, Special Ref, First Blood, Buried Alive. Kind of like all the stuff that we like from the old SmackDown games are coming to this one. Online mode. Ooh, stats, leaderboards, factions, creation suite. Okay, arenas. Cruise ship in a backyard. So you can create your own wrestlers and arenas. That's, okay, so they say that they're planning these features, and they're saying that career mode or GM mode will not be included at release, but plan is free updates. And constant updates. So they're doing... Okay, so they're doing a service game model, like not exactly the live service microtransaction shit, but like they'll be the way that'll be constant updates, and most of them will be free except like with stuff with official promotions. I think a lot of these stuff like stuff that I'd kind of like to see in say games like the upcoming WWE 2K, as far as like their model for updating stuff. And I know the AEW game, which they were talking about like last year, that's gonna have a similar model. So that's definitely been something I've been wanting to see in wrestling games. Again, this was revealed like several months ago, so I know I'm late to the party, but better late than never, right? Here's a roster page. So here's so there's gonna be a ton of wrestlers in this game. It's gonna be from like, you got veterans, you got indie stars. And of course, by the time this game, and here's Victor, and here's the guy from the Ascension. Of course, like of course, most of these guys are going to be like, okay, referees Brian Hebner, Kevin Quinn, men wrestlers, women wrestlers. So you got the Bushwhackers. Okay, so yeah, so they're gonna have a huge roster, and they got a good lineup of features and stuff. But of course, my main concern is with all these games is what the game is, again, what the gameplay is going to be like. I know I sound like a broken record every time I do one of these things, but again, like, because like right now we're several months in and we haven't seen any. We haven't, like, we know it's going to be built on Unreal, and we know it's coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X, but we have yet to see any gameplay, we have yet to see any footage. Actually, I take that back. They showed some scans several months back, so I'm trying to bring those up real quick. While I'm here, I might as well follow these guys. Okay, so I think this is another site. So here's some of the models. They've been showing off a lot of these. Here's Brian Cage. Here's Matt Seidel. So like, they're actually pretty good for an indie studio. I mean, they're almost like they're at the quality of what 2K used to be. So kind of looks pretty. So it kind of looks pretty cool. So they definitely got they're definitely gonna get the looks down pat. Again, though, we're just seeing character scans and reading about features. It's one thing to say what you're gonna put in the game and the roster, but of course, people want to see gameplay footage. People want to know how the game's gonna play and how it's gonna feel like as well. And we're probably not gonna see. I'm guessing we're probably not gonna see the game this year. Maybe I don't want to sound too much like a Debbie Downer, first of all, but again, it's all going to come down to what the gameplay is going to be like, and we haven't seen any of that. So I don't know how far along they're in development, but if I had to guess, we'd probably see it like mid next year or maybe later at the end of this year. If they're still especially if they're still in the process of putting like the feature set and a roster together. But again, this is something I'm looking forward to because we do need some. Because I do like video game wrestling, and we do need some alternatives. And to tell you the truth, like really, to hear people tell it like this is more like a golden age. I wouldn't say golden age, but like we're seeing a small boom of new wrestling games coming out. There's of course there's a recent WWE Battleground, which is okay. I'll do a review of that pretty soon, but there's this the Wrestling Code game. There's also the AEW game that was announced. What else? What else is? Well, of course there's Fire Pro World, which is one of my favorite games, hands down. There was the Action Arcade Wrestling that was released a few months back. It had the Chikara license attached to it, but it got stripped due to the big scandal that happened with the whole speaking out movement and stuff. And there's another one actually I wanted to take a look at. It's called Ultra Violence. I haven't really heard anything about this either. But this is definitely something unique. So let's see. I'm trying to look for something with a game developer. Ultra Violence Wrestling. So we provided an update in 2020. So this is more inspired by like deathmatch style wrestling, like that, as Jim Cornette puts it, outlaw mud show wrestling, like that whole big extreme deathmatch, like with people going through tables, thumbtacks, and light tubes and shit, like that really dangerous shit that they really mean. Do not try this at home. But like it's cringeworthy when you see it in real life, but like in a video game though, you kind of don't mind it, because like video games you can do whatever you want within the binds of the programming. And So here, so the developer's name is Gackdaw, and he's working on an ultra-violent wrestling game. So, the game is going to rely heavily on creation mode with a create a wrestler, create a ring, and whatnot. So they can change the size of the ropes. Let's see. So let's see. Roster will be 8 to 16, and it'll be based on American Deathmatch rather than. Oops. Let's see if I can look this guy up. Alright. Here's his Twitter handle. So yeah, he's you can go to his Twitter page and he's providing updates. So that's definitely pretty cool. He's keeping you on the path for that. Yeah, so he's developing this by himself. So it'll probably be longer till we see this. But this is actually a pretty cool concept. If he releases a trailer or something or another update, I'll probably do a more in-depth simulator. But right now I want to concentrate on the wrestling code so far. Yeah, this is definitely another thing I'm looking forward to as well. It looks like it'll be limited. Like the hear him tell, it looks like the feature set's gonna be pretty limited as far as like match types and all that. But the real gym is gonna be like the ring and the creation stuff. So if you're into that outlaw mud show shit and that extreme deadly deathmatch CZW shit, then this is definitely gonna be something you'll wanna take a look at as well. So yeah. So like I said, like this is a pretty good time. This is gonna be a pretty good time coming up if you like wrestling video games. Like we got the new AEW video. We got the AEW video game that we'll be hearing more about throughout the year. We'll be hearing more about whatever 2K has planned for WWE this year. There's Fire Pro Wrestling, which is already on the market. And of course, there's also Pro Wrestling X, which is on Steam, still in early access, and they've been developing for that for like nearly 2 or 3 decades. Wow, over 20 years now and shit. But it is still constantly adding features, constantly improving it. If you follow them on Facebook, then they'll share the weekly updates with you. You can even buy the game on Steam and play through while it's in early access. That's a pretty cool thing to do. So yeah, that is the wrestling code. Another game. And there's also Retro Mania, which is coming out next month. So yeah, definitely check that out. So yeah, that was it. That was the wrestling code, and also a little bit of a look at ultraviolence. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you can see more of these videos and be informed as soon as I put one out. And also click the like button if you like what you just saw. I know I'm repeating myself. Also, comment, let me know what you think, share, subscribe, all that. Anyway, so I got more stuff. I got some more stuff coming on the way. I got my top 15 predictions list coming up. Hopefully, I'll be having it up either tomorrow or Wednesday. But until next time, I'm out 51,000 G kinfolk. Peace out.